I got a video coming out tomorrow. Today's is the 8th. I don't know when this comes out, but tomorrow, the 9th, I have a video coming out called the Unskippable Doechii ad. The titles are, I'm getting out there with them. I'm getting out there. I'm not just saying things anymore because I wanted the most far-fetched title possible so you know what you're getting. I got a video on my channel called Fascism Used as Rage Bait. I'm getting out there with these titles. I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't want you. Click on this video and find out what I'm talking about, nigga. Watch the video to figure out my take. I ain't give you the
facts.
take in the title no more. Fuck that. Because I don't want you to just comment based off the title.
That's crazy. I was doing like, bro. I was doing a Doechii video and I talked about like the whole like marketing and also about like her being an industry plant and all that type of stuff. So you gonna go into that
Yeah.
vein, right? Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Did y'all see that video of the flash mob she had? Did y'all see that on timeline?
Now I kept moving, bro. I saw it on timeline, but I just
I
went. I
think I
kept
seen
going.
you retweeted. I think
I
maybe.
quote tweeted it. I quote tweeted that bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they killed me on the timeline too. I reacted to that shit on stream. I was like, y'all, this is an ad. Why do nobody care about advertisements anymore? I made a bigger broad. For my channel on the channel, I've been really diving deep into like internet culture. That's kind of what it's internet culture through pop culture. It's kind of what I'm my lane is. But I was like, y'all are being sold an ad and y'all don't care. Why don't y'all care? Like, why don't y'all care that this is a blatant ad on every
Mhm.
single streaming service ever? We all have Netflix, we all have Hulu, we all have Spotify. All of us pay for the ad-free tier. But when you're willfully scrolling through social media, you're just so susceptible to advertisements. Why? Why
Mhm.
is that okay for you? But then I made a broader point. I was like, I think it's because like advertisements are being presented as content. So when you're
Hmm.
scrolling through 9 by 16 slop videos on like your reels or your Twitter scroll or whatever, or
Mhm.
like or your shorts, there's no differentiation. There's no differentiating between an ad and content because it's all slop to you. It's just like, oh, it's a
Mhm.
thing. But I'm like, this is the problem. Like you got to use your brain to when you use the internet. You can't just turn it off because then you're just being indoctrinated with information constantly. I get passive scrolling, but the internet is a tool. It's not a part of you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I was saying in my video. I didn't edit it, bro. I've been out the loop. But like I was saying, how nothing nothing is organic anymore, bro. Like people like, oh,
No,
oh, I want this organic grow. I'm like, bro, it ain't organic, bro. All this stuff is marketed to us, bro.
bro.
It's just
But the thing is, shit can be organic or not even. I know I'm fine with manufactured organicness. Like I'm
okay.
like I'm fine. Here's what I'm fine with. I'm fine with fruit from a major corporation.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? It's still
Yeah,
healthy, but it's from a corporation. Like, how are you selling it to me? Like, what's like? Because don't
right.
just don't give me candy and tell me it's fruit. Like, I'm tasting this. I'm like, this is hella sugar. These are unnatural sugars I'm tasting. Well, if you give me a fruit, I'm like, oh no, this is an orange. This is definitely an orange. But a lot of times these niggas are just like they have no respect for our media literacy and they have no respect for us as consumers. So just being like, yeah, we're gonna shove it in your throat and you're not gonna care. But also because they rely on our biases when it comes to identity politics. And
Hmm.
Doechii is a clear example of this. As much as I love Doechii, it's clear that she has a built-in mulligan of her being a dark-skinned black woman. And because of that, you can't critique her as you would anybody else. But I'm
So
like,
hold up. I
go
got a
ahead.
point to that. I said the same because last year I said, a whole bunch of people last year. JT should be bigger. JT has the image like a Nicki Minaj. Why is she not bigger? But then it's like Doechii blows up. But obviously JT fits that mold of dark skinned woman who isn't like, I guess, fitting the norm of what a stereotypical rapper would look like. Like she was kind of like very creative, unique looking with her
Mm-hmm.
image. But people would just like they wouldn't dismiss JT, but they'd be like, why is she not bigger? But it was like Doechii got bigger. So it's like, all right, so the music is just bad over there in that side, is what y'all are saying now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, JT. I like JT, but JT's not as talented as Doechii. That's what it comes down to. Like Doechii's a better rapper. She's a better rhymer of words, not by a mile. Because I don't think I hate when people talk about Doechii like she's like this insane wordsmith. She isn't. She is above average, 1,000%. But she's not this like I'm like blown away by her like Kai or some shit like that. She's not that.
Yeah.
But I do think that when like somebody's image and how they present is very important to how we receive the music. Because when we initially got JT, we got her as a city girl. It was like Miami hood shit. And then randomly she tried to transition to like this alt aesthetic girl thing, but she still had all the makings of the hood girl aesthetic, like the BBL and all that. I'm like, well, that doesn't work. But Doechii does fit that aesthetic more like cleanly, even though she got a skinny BBL. And like she's talked about this. She has like a skinny BBL, but like because she's thin, she's thin frame, she wears glasses, she has braids. A lot of that fits the aesthetic of what the average woman looks like more than a JT. But it bothers me how we can't critique certain people based off who they. But it doesn't bother me because I get it. Because a lot of times niggas aren't critiquing in good faith. Niggas are critiquing because of a colorism, or people are critiquing because of sexism, especially in hip hop, like this very misogynistic genre that we love. So I get it, but it's like we have to go back to media literacy and like we have to have discernment and realize when people are being good faith and when people are being dickheads.
Yeah, I saw, before we go off Doechii, bro, I saw like six artists from like Florida, and they had Doechii in there, and it was like, who the best? They had like Rick Ross, Blase, and like some other Florida artists. They said Doechii is the best. I'm like, Doechii is a better rapper than Rick Ross? I'm like, come on, bro. We can move on, but I saw stuff like that. I'm like, all right, y'all tripping, bro.
But also, I
they're
ain't gonna lie,
wild.
I think a lot of that content is planted. I think that content is planted.
Yeah, I'm not falling for it. I just like, all right, let me scroll past this.
I think all of this is strategic viral marketing, and I'm not. Stop giving me candy, stop giving me candy. Is telling me a sugar, my nigga.
Yeah.
Give me an orange. Present me an orange, my nigga. By the way, I think Ian was an orange. That's why I like when niggas kicking Ian back in. I was like, Ian is an orange, y'all. He's an orange. This shit was organic.
All right, bro. All right, we gonna see.
What happened? Marshawn Lynch was a hit on TikTok, and then just it bubbled. It took like 4 months for it to really blow over. I saw him do meme page promotion. It was organic. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my white boys. Shout out to Doechii too. Shout out to everybody, besides Curtis King.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.